Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's 28th of July 2026. It's 5 minutes past 6 evening here in the United Kingdom. Back in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 in the PMDG 737, which has had a few small updates since we last flew it. Live time, live weather. We're in Zurich. We'll be going to Palermo today, where VATSIM Italy are hosting an event for the whole of south of Italy on the islands of Sicily and Algeria, I believe. So yes, we're going to take part in that event at Alpaca Airways. Flight time around 1 hour and 40 minutes. And yeah, you know what? I just thought I'd go back to doing what I do best, which is flying a virtual 737. And I've got all my setup going nicely. I've got MCP cam working, got yoke cam working here, looking very nice indeed. Anyway, let's zoom on in towards the aircraft here. This is the MK Studio Zurich scenery, looking very nice here. I did see a comment about someone getting adverts. Yeah, Tyler Wiley. Yeah, it's if you look at my YouTube community post here, it's something I can't stop during streams now. I've turned it off to as infrequent as possible, so there shouldn't be any more than once every 30 minutes. So I do apologise for the inconvenience there. Anyway, we've got a few other Alpaca Airways here. We've got an Airbus, brilliant, and there's a 737 over there as well. But here we are in our 737. First time I've actually rocked the Alpaca Airways Boeing feed livery in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I've been using the classic retro livery for quite some time, but yeah, we've got it completely cold and dark here as well. Anyway, who have we got here in chat today? Lewis, hello. My Summer Madness Birmingham is happening this weekend. Would you and your VA be interested in flying? Prizes to be won. I am working all weekend, maybe in the evening after work, but my goodness me, I mean, VATSIM events in the UK are carnage as the is, so I'll have to see how we get on. I do have the Birmingham scenery there, but thanks for your invite, Lewis. I'll have a look and I'll keep an eye out to see if I publish anything for this weekend. Anyway, Tanya in the live now. Excellent. Sorry for the ads as I mentioned that you were seeing here. Who else have we got here in chat? Dennis Jackson, good day to you. Thomas Markinson, good evening. Was just having dinner watching your Across the Pond stream for 2021 in the A321 XLR. Let me remember the routing. Ah, my goodness. Was it to Washington? Washington Dulles, if I remember rightly. But yeah, that was one of the longest streams we ever did. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, oh yeah, we played City Skylines as well. My goodness me. Dicky Doos, hope you're doing well. V1 Rotate YouTube. Andy's here as well. Jan Durrani. Simbear UK, hope you're doing well, my friend. Edo's here as well. Josiah plays from the United States of America too. Fly Walnut Sasha's here. Good evening, Flew. That's a Italy event recently. Top-notch ATC. Yes, these guys definitely know what they're doing, which is very nice to see. Crazy Sarcasm, good evening to you. Kia 89, good evening to you as well. Mag 51, yes, I was getting a little bit confused about my Southern Italy Islands there for a second, but yes, we're going to Palermo. I think I'm going to Palermo, yeah, I am. I've got the Jetstream design scenery there as well. I don't know how busy it's going to be. VATSIM Italy are hosting an event. I think it's like at 8 different airports in the south of Italy, and the event starts in about 50 minutes. The idea is we sort of rock up 45 minutes into the event, so we'll take a little bit of additional fuel. Live weather, I think there's potentially a small chance of some thunderstorms, but regardless, I'm going to take at least 30 minutes extra fuel for holding today. Thomas Mickelson, hope you're doing well. Dublin to Dulles, you got overtaken by almost every other plane. Yeah, I would be in an A321. All those wide-body jets doing Mach 0.85 in the cruise. My goodness. Hello, XP Dedicated. Good evening. I hope you're well. I'll see you at FSIM UK at Bristol. Yeah, at the moment I'm working, but I'm gonna try and get VT a voluntary time off for that day. But I do hope to head down to Bristol and have a look around and maybe meet a few people, albeit anonymously. But I might be around. Maybe I'll wear a Flight Deck Sim hoodie. Who knows? But I've got to get the time off work first. But yeah, nice to, like I said, to jump back into the Z1 737. It's been a long the PMDG 737 has been quite some time here. I've got baby brain. Been looking after my daughter all day. Anyway, Josiah, 30 with these fuel prices. What was 30 referencing again? I can't remember. Yeah, 30 minutes, sorry. Yes, virtual fuel prices are expensive at the moment. Battery on. GPU is on the bus. Electric hydraulic pumps we can pop on. Landing gear lever is down. We then check all the ship's library and the documentation to make sure the aircraft's fully serviceable. We'll be simulating a fully serviceable aircraft today. What we'll now do is the safety inspection, so we'll make our way down here onto the pedestal, check the squibs, 1, 2, 3, and 4, oops, check the right side, that's good. Fault, we've got fault tape to in-op, master caution, overheat detector, flight controls, and let's do the fire test. Fire warning lights, wheel well, engine overheat lights are illuminated. There's the bell and the overheat warning too. We'll cancel that. Pop on the emergency exit lights, and the seatbelt sign is on. We would hope to be pre-fueled, but let's just check the operational flight plan. It's taking a long time for the screens to power up. They don't usually take that long to power up. There it is, operational flight plan. 7-8, yeah. We take standard block fuel, I think, based off the weather. I think the forecast. Yeah, Scattered 2000 was the thunderstorms. Yeah, I mean, ending at 1600 Zulu, so it should have ended an hour ago. In case there's any loitering around, we'd probably take an extra 30 minutes fuel in real life anyway. We'll just check the en route weather charts regardless. So if we go here, zoom out a little bit, select weather, and then we can have a look here on the layers. I think the radar's on by default, isn't it? Oh, look, there is actually a little bit of weather to the south of Palermo, but it looks like it's moving. Oh no, what's the wind direction? Northeasterly. So, is there a way of sort of seeing the trend? There we are. So that was sort of an hour ago, and it's sort of moving southwest in the direction of the wind. So yeah, we'll take a little bit of extra en route though. Really nice routing. I'll just turn off live traffic here because it does lag a little bit, Navigraph, with that on. So yeah, really nice routing, a spectacular SID actually. I recorded a short earlier with the flight replay tool, which I've been kindly lended. So I'll hopefully be using that a few more times today. Unfortunately, I'm not going to activate it because when you use the PMDG 737, there's a massive stutter when you start it, only with this aircraft. So I'll have to use it in another stream in the future. Anyway, across the Alps, northern Italy, flying just over Rome, and then across the Tyrrhenian towards Sicily and straight into Palermo. It'll be an RMP approach today. Simba UK, just seen your ping, 20 months. Have fun today, hope you're not holding for too long. Yeah, we'll have to see how busy it is, and we'll keep an eye out on the amount of traffic going inbound. So yeah, look, we'll take 7-8 would be minimum block fuel, which is, funny enough, full wings on this aircraft, but an extra 1200 kilos. If we call it 8-8, we'll call it exactly 9 tons of fuel, which will give us about at least 30 minutes holding. So what we'll do, we'll start GSX, start the boarding process, request boarding. We'll use the jetway, so that's going to connect. I've got the GSX profile installed. There we are, and I always use the tablet to load the fuel now. So if we go here to electronic flight bag, request data from SimBrief. We'll get the weather and look at that for performance later, and then we can go back to home. Ground operations, not ground operations, sorry. Weight and balance. Load plane from SimBrief. There we are. So it quickly loads the weight and the fuel, and then we can go here into FS Actions fuel, then manually update it to 9,800 kilos. Oops. There we are, 9.8 tons is uplifted. There we are. Yeah, the departure over Zurich is nice. Very nice, Ruben Schwartz. And thanks for your information about taking the Alpha stands, non-Schengen. Good information. Stephen Jenkinson, looking forward to a good VATSIM experience to learn from today. Yes, well, unfortunately, we don't have any controllers here in Zurich, but en route, so you'll have the opportunity to hopefully see me practice some real-world RT procedures. And if fuel prices don't matter, in Nick to Llama Airlines credit card, just need to hope they haven't maxed it out already. They probably have.
Departure checks completed.
Alright, fueling's done, so seatbelt signed on, push the attend button to test it, and flaps are up, which match the indicator position. Config warning checked. Oh, speed brake was extended, whoops. Onto the pedestal. Let's do the fire warning test for the cargo. Forward aft discharge, no detector fault. Fire warning bell, light has illuminated. Boarding has started. Transponder should be on 2000 standby. Rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. Let's just go here. Gear extension doors all closed. Circuit breakers are all in. Oh, a blue collared one, that's interesting. CMU 1. No idea what that actually is. Not that I'm an engineer and look at the circuit breaker, but yes, this is collared R operator. The takeoff warning cutout and the oral warning, and also the stick shaker for easy identification in case you have an airspeed unreliable. Trim airs on, voice recorders on. Let's go on to the up overhead panel. Storm warning tests. Hello, Armin Aviation. He says hi. Oh yes, you commented on my video earlier. Good luck with your aviation career, sir. Thanks for commenting on my short. Mac airspeed warning test checked. Flight recorders tested. IRS to now for the alignment. What we're looking at here for the alignment, probably around 7-8 minutes or so. The brightness turned right down on my ISFD. Yes, it is. Okay, unknown alignment time. 0 apparently. I've probably got the high speed alignment on. Whoops. Bit of a stutter. Circuit breakers are all in And check the safety equipment tech log. As I said, the aircraft's fully serviceable. The door would be open during boarding. There we are. You can see the boarding process has started back there. My goodness, tartan is the fashion, it would seem, with the Zurich passengers today. Capnos, what's the proper setup for single engine taxi in number 1 or number 2 engine running? You want to ideally shut down engine number 2 because approaching the stand, that's where all the ground equipment is, and where the ground crew like to plug in the GPU. So sort of for safety reasons, yeah, generally engine number 2 is shut down pulling onto stand, or 3 minutes after landing. Perfect, let's continue. There we go. Have we got an engineer here? Thomas Mackerson, CMU, Communication Management Unit for ACARS CPDLC. Well, there you go. But funny enough, the FCOM goes into no detail about the circuit breakers. For our perspective, a circuit breaker is only to be pushed back in if it's in the interests of safety and only in flight. So otherwise, any pop circuit breaker we would never push in without the engineering sort of checking it. Certainly on the ground, would never push a pop circuit breaker. Right, the safety inspection's done. As mentioned, there's no ATC here in Zurich, so we'll just get a quick update on that weather. So we're planning to depart on runway 28. It's an actual it's a tailwind for departure. I think the actual tailwind component, having a look here for runway 28, is going to be a 5-knot tailwind, but it is preferred for departure in Zurich and the current runway in use in real life. So we are going to depart off runway 28 today. Yeah, very hot as well, 30 degrees, so we're going to get that APU started soon. We'll ask for some condition there. So yeah, runway 28 for departure. Weather-wise, Cav OK, wind from the east, 30 degrees, QNH 1020. So I can press the magic B button to set the QNH. There it is, and now we can set the MFRA. So there's an engine out SID, so I was actually looking at my operator's performance pack for Zurich. Runway 28, there's a lot of terrain directly to the west, so that you have a very specific routing to fly in the event of an engine failure, which I'm going to load into the FMC for you today. Good, so we'll select traffic on the EFIS panels. Good evening. Set the QNH. MFRA we'll just set to 2,400 feet, so I'll do that now. I mean, I do have the... Oh no, it's actually working really quickly. So I'm using the wind control MCP here. It's a bit slow to update. Now, in reality, it would go a lot quicker. So if I turn on MCP cap, well, you can't quite see it because it's blocking the left EFIS panel. But yeah, in reality, it goes really quickly when you hold it down. There we are, about 2,420. 2430, that's absolutely fine. Ruben, 28 for departure, 14 for landing at this time of the day. Yes, perfect. So that is what we shall plan. Perfect. So the EFIS panel is set, airport's on, lighting I'm happy with, oxygen, and we would do a light test as well. So we can check all that on the overhead panel. You can see the wind control MCP under the light test as well. I'm matching the real world MC, the PMDG MCP. It's really cool to see. We're looking good down here, and you can check independently the autopilot autothrottle status lights. Good, light test complete, and we can reset the master caution. Now we can load up the flight management computer, so full SimBrief integration of course. Hello. So latest AirAC installed. We'll tell the aircraft where we are. We're in Zurich. We have GPS. So GPS left position going in. Route. Flight plan request, SimBrief route. We've already loaded the passengers. We're not going to set the fuel, remember, because that's minimum block fuel. We've taken extra fuel for this sector. We've got 9 tons on board. So select route. Flight plan's been requested. We'll fetch it via ACARS. Is Sasso controlling today? I didn't get a chance to message him, hopefully. Rubinto asking earlier, is X-Plane 12 better? I do prefer how aircraft handle in X-Plane 12, but I think Microsoft Flight Sim offers a better all-round package. I mean, you just watch the departure and how it looks outside. It's amazing. The PMDG flies nicely. Having said that, after the last update, I didn't do a full test sector earlier. I found the flight directors were quite sensitive. So we'll see how it is on this takeoff. Anyway, activate, execute, departures, runway 28. Going to be flying the Deges 2 Yankee. And later on, we're expecting the RMP Zulu for runway 07 via Ixossi, and the SID will be a star will be a Giano 3 November. Execute. Welcome on board. Check for any discontinuities. Looks good. Into the perf init page. So 0 fuel weight, expecting 59.9 fully loaded. New Sky is up and running. Josiah in the background already fully loaded, up and running. There we are. 185 passengers, I think, fully loaded or something like that. Oh, it is running. I have no idea why New Sky's not popping up. How strange. It's not recognising the app. Anyway, it is up and running. I can show in the background here. There you are. So I don't know why the app's not popping up in the stream software, but yes, fully logged. So let's see if we can get a 10. My last few flights haven't been great. Do you use auto FPS with your 5090? I do cost an X600, so I can still get sort of the optimum performance and resolution. So yeah, it does change the T-LOD on the fly. Right then, so full load of passengers on board, 0 fuel weight 59.9, 189 passengers. Reserve's going to be 2.9 to get to Catania, which is our alternate. Cost index we'll use 30. We're cruising at 35,000 feet today. Execute. Top of climb wind is 259 at 43.
Welcome on board.
Which we'll put in there, and then we'll go to the legs page, press route data, and we can put the average wind at the first waypoint after top of climb, which will be at PED. Average wind is 288 at 13 knots. Excellent, executes.
Hello.
Right then, let's look at the performance. Over here to the tablet, so performance tool. We'll do a landing dispatch performance quickly, so expecting to land on runway 07. Import the weather for going Palermo, press calculate. We just want to make sure that the maximum weight is the max landing weight. So we do the dispatch landing performance on every flight. We just confirm what's the heaviest weight we can land at. You can actually still dispatch if you exceed it. You just need more alternates, or at least 2 alternates. So that's done, and then takeoff performance, of course. Runway 28. We've got the information imported from the FMS. Actually want it from the aircraft with the additional weight of the fuel. Don't press import from OFB, press import from aircraft. Import the weather and press calculate. There we are. So that reckons we could take full TO1 or 24k with an assumed temperature of 33. So we'll select that. TO1, assumed temperature of 33 degrees, N1 96, and we've got 95.1 with the bleeds off, so it's close enough. Take off flap 5, I assume has been selected, yes. CG is in 5.2 units, which I'll set now. Oh yes, the Synaptics 8020 just released. I'll take a look at that. I've sort of heard mixed reports reading some of the comments on some of the previews. Something I will consider, not another modern Airbus thing. Anyway, V-speeds are set, matching the OPT 44, 45, 50. 44, 45, 50. Set V2 on the MCP. Alright, perfect. Just going to put the engine out, Sid. So this information you won't have access to because it's specific to my operator and what we do in events of an engine failure off runway 28. So what we do, we'll base it off the Kilo Lima Oscar VOR. Basically climb straight ahead to 2.3 DME from this VOR. Once we're at 2.3, make a left turn to intercept the 255 radial. Oops, why is it? Oh, the other way around, that's why, you nincompoop. 255.2.3, and then once we're at a distance of 15 miles, we'll put another distance ring in. We'll go to a waypoint called Gipol, which is on one of the stars, and we'll enter a hold there, climbing to 7,000 feet, which is the minimum hold altitude. So how does that look on the EFIS panel? It looks a bit sort of messy, really. So you've got all of these fixed rings. Obviously the SID takes us eastbound, but obviously we're taking off runway 28, so we're going to climb straight ahead on that really short distance, go outbound on this radial. Once we get to that radial at this distance, we make a right turn here to hold at this waypoint, and that just keeps us clear of all terrain in the event of an engine failure, and that's based off sort of worst case engine failure at V1 essentially. Great, VSD's off, and we've got the ND back. But yeah, really cool SID, looping back on ourselves. Hi, what throttle quadrant do you use? At Pro Hunter 12, so I've got the Thrustmaster TCA. It's pretty good. I've had it for since release, actually. Thrustmaster were very kind to send this out early access, and I've been using this for all aircraft that has a yoke. Very happy with it. Stephen, what the sim needs now is another Airbus. I know. Yeah, Dan Durrani, full flap sim. Fly Navy, he's rated on the 220, did a live stream on it, really good to learn the bird. Roger, that's something to bear in mind. Maybe I should ask some of these real-world other pilots that don't have 737 knowledge that I have, but have them in a virtual cockpit to help me out fly some of these aeroplanes, because I fly so many aircraft every week. I have a steep learning curve for every single one of them, and I don't like making a mash of it. I like to know what I'm doing. Anyway, FMC loaded, overhead panel. We're due out in 5 minutes, guys. Yaw dampers on, nav transfer display switch is normal auto. Fuel will turn on all 6 pumps because we do have 2 tons in the centre. Open up the cross feed valve. Hey, hold on, how much fuel? Didn't I say 30 minutes extra? 9.8. I had a bit of finger trouble. That's cheating. I'll take 9 tons. That's... Otherwise, we're going to probably be too heavy. Yeah, verified takeoff speeds now. Oops. And not less. There we are, 49. Yeah, so I only wanted 30 minutes extra. So 7.8 plus 1,209 tons. I must have slipped when I ordered 9.8. There we are. I've defueled very quickly. I've digressed. What was I doing? Centre tank pumps are on. Crossfeed bright, dim, bright. Off, excuse me. Thank you, subscription Pro Hunter. Welcome. Cabin utility IFE galley power's all on. That's all configured and set. Window heat can come on. We'll crank up that APU because it is 30 degrees here. And it's not much cooler where I'm sat right now. It's about 29 degrees outside here. Hot. AC's on behind me. That's all configured and set. Plan cruise 350. Elevation Palermo is just a smidge under 60, over 50 feet. So 50 feet is set. Onto the MCP then, so we can pop on the flight directors. Master's my side. The initial stop altitude on this SID, I think, is 5,000 feet. So we don't have any clearance. I'm just going to check the SID here. We'll brief it in a second. But yeah, it's climbed to 5,000 feet. Heading, of course, is a set to the runway QDM. Which is 273, so just this heading bug. Perfect, that's all set. Order brake to RTO. Reset the fuel flow. Select the FMS for our illustrious first officer Jim. Trim set, thrust set, radio tuning panel should go over to Unicom 22A. Perfect, that's active, and we might as well tune a VOR on the field. What do we have here? We've got, seeing the engine out, it's based off the VOR on the field. The Clotten VOR is 11485, which I'll tune now. Perfect, that is set. Cool. VHF 1, turn off the radios on VHF 2. Cool, running on trim is set. We're ready to go, guys. Just double check. Yep, still no ATC here. So we'd now do the briefing, now the aircraft's fully set up. So pilot monitoring will read the flight plan, check all the waypoints. We've checked there's no discontinuities. We're interested in this here. That's the ground distance, 661 miles. Select progress, 662. Pretty darn close. I'm quite happy we've got the correct routing in. We then execute the flight plan. And fuel on arrival a whopping 5 tons with that additional fuel. Catania needing 3 with the reserves. Yeah, we've got a holding there for just around 45 minutes or so. So happy days. Great. Check the instrumentation. We check the clock, the QNH matches the altimeters on both sides. MFRAs are set, standby instruments are good, flight directors are on. Takeoff brief, so this is a left hand seat takeoff, runway 28, flap 5, it's NADP2, the engine out SID will climb straight ahead, 2.3 miles left turn to set the radial 255, 15 miles right turn to Gippol, hold 7,000. Emergencies, we discuss what we do in the event of an RTO and an engine failure, and let's now discuss the taxi. So taxi, if I show aircraft icon, we're on Alpha 15, face east most light, we'll make our way onto Alpha and then full length for runway 28. And then the SID, Deges 2 Yankee, so an R nav SID, you can check the Deges 2 Yankees in the FMC, transition altitude 7,000 feet, that's also set, so we're going to go from Zulu Hotel 540, bit of an arc, to 548, 541, 552, max speed 210 knots throughout the entire manoeuvre, so we'll probably maintain the up speed. Get to 553, and then to 501, eastbound, Momol, Cole, and southeast, 504, 525 to Deges. And at that point we should be at 22,000 feet. Cool. SID briefed, taxi routing complete, emergency briefing is done. We are now ready to go. Luke, winter here, it's freezing, 2 tons, wants to swap. Yeah, it must be boiling where 2 tons is. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Great, we'll tell GSX we are ready to go. So, prepare for pushback and departure. Not bad, we're due out in 1 minute. Release the ground power. No.
Locking gear.
The GSX has had a few updates. They've got all these new camera views. You can sort of have a camera from the tug, which is pretty cool. I'll show you that briefly. Still in plan mode. In map, there we are, that's plan. I did remember to switch back, Steve. Often forget. That's quite common during type rating and cadets. I always go, yep, you're done with plan now, you don't need it on anymore. Perfect. Whilst you're burning up, it's raining in Glasgow, said Tyler Wiley. Lovely, lovely and refreshing. Alright, perfect. So we'll turn the music off now for the engine start. I've got the Boris sound pack installed. Enjoy those sounds, and we want to face east. So we'll need to remove the chocks. We'll just take a look around here. All the other aircraft is around, so hopefully they won't block us. And yeah, we'll go here. APU. Almost ready. On the bus. We can now tell GSX to remove the ground power, or not. I can do it in the settings. Ground operations, remove chocks, which I think removes everything.
Releasing parking brakes.
Yes,
All
it does.
engines clear.
Oh.
Start at Ville.
Oh, perfect. Pack's off. Anti-collision light is on. AP bleed's on. Should wait 2 minutes, really. Parking brake is released. I'm off. My goodness. Transponder out off. Checks complete. So I don't know if I could do it here. Yeah, look, it's quite cool. I'll just show you this very quickly before we start the engine. GSX. Cameras. You can have pushback. Let's have a look at driver first person. Check it out. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Although I'd be a bit concerned if the nose wheel was spinning around like that. But there you go. It's got a few little movements here, and you can have behind. That's cool, isn't it? You know, some nice cinematic shots. Can't really move it here. And what else was there? There was also sort of like baggage loader, airport walkers. You press this, it's a random person in the terminal. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'll go back. Oh no, I better return to normal view. Oh no, need to fly an aeroplane, not go into passenger view. Cameras. Hold on, return to normal view. There we are, better start the engines. Starting to. So different, isn't it? Hydraulic A tweaking the gear.
Please set parking brake.
Well, the bypass bin should be installed, or was installed, it shouldn't be. Right, parking brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Perfect. N2. All pressure. N1. PMDG fire. PMDG is so polished. Check the spark valve. But that light should extinguish a bit quicker if I'm being ultra critical. Nice. Hello V-Sky, checking you. Nice to see you, Grandad. Grandad? I'm about to have a second child. Not quite, but hopefully in around 20-30 years. Oh, sorry, see, I get you. I thought V-Sky, I thought you were calling me Grandad. No, you were referring to the GSX passenger. Very good.
Tow truck disconnected.
Starting cut out, watching
Pin
2,
removed.
2, 4, 6, 3, 2 stable, starting 1.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Perfect. There we are. The sounds on this sound pack are so good. Oh, yes, bassy. N2 max motoring nearly there, oil pressure M1, fuel on. Have we got any Boeing livery left in real life? Don't think so. Oh, Josiah, sorry. Start your engines on stand and you should be able to taxi straight after. Steve Pupple will start calling me Pop next, and always feels that always feels bad enough. Oh no. Maybe I'll do a stream one day and I will say, guys, I've become a granddad. Hopefully not the next 20 years or so. Right. Starter cut out, watching 1 and 2. 2, 4, 6, 3, 1, 2 stable before taxi flow. Jenny's on, AP's off, start switch is continuous, Pro Pete on, anti-ice off, air conditioning. Backs auto, AP bleeds off and set. Flaps 2.5. Flight controls. Full forward, full back, left and right. Why does it do that sometimes? The camera moves up. Full right and full left. I've also, look, my old iPad, I've got Navigraph up in the background, so I should never get lost again. Recall check, blank the lower DU, and then we would request taxi. But I think these guys are waiting for you to push back, so we'll make haste whilst the sun shines. Right, parking brake release, clear left. Check the passenger's perspective, clear right. Do the config check. No config warning horn. Off we go. So we'll make a first left here on Juliet. Oh, I love these sounds. Seno, what's up, homie? Fine, homeboy. Oh, these sounds are just so good. Oh, yeah, I better do some unicoming. Zurich traffic, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, taxis to runway 28, departure east. Good, so I've been doing a bit of research about these annoying ads which I can't control. I can, however, now they've done an update, I can delay ads for key moments in streams. I can delay it for up to a maximum of 10 minutes. So what I'll do is when we get on the parallel taxiway, I'll delay it so none should pop up during takeoff. I'm so sorry about this. I'm still looking at ways to control it a little so less current. Hello Domino, hope you're doing well. On to Juliet, next right we'll be on to Alpha. I love it when you go out idle. You don't get this whir from the cockpit, but you do from the cabin. It's so well recorded. The sounds are absolutely perfect.
Traffic good this morning.
Hello Harry, long time no see. Hope your family are keeping well. Very well, thank you. My wife is feeling very pregnant as we get to the very latter stages of everything with baby number 2. How are you getting on? Last time we spoke, you're on your line training. Have you passed? I've got my soundboard open today, so if you have, I'll play the celebratory sound. Amazing. MK Studio scenery looking very nice. Generally when I'm in Europe or anywhere in the world actually, I try to depart from scenery that I have already acquired. Norm says, take off on the way sir, just taxiing out now to runway 28, 30 degrees here. So what we'll do, we'll continue on the parallel taxiway all the way until we get to Alpha 1 and then we'll depart off runway 28. We'll do the before takeoff checklist. Config we've checked, flaps we have, 5, green light, stab trim 5.2 units set, takeoff briefing. Pax order bleeds on, V-speed set for departure, 43, 44, 49. Boop. Set on the MCP. Departure is going to be Degas 2 Yankee. It's our RNAV SID with multiple waypoints, but essentially it's a left turn, climbing to an altitude of 5,000 feet, which is only 3,500 feet above the ground. We'll level off there, do the after takeoff checklist and continue climb. It's NADP 2, and in the event of an engine failure, we'll climb straight ahead 2.3 miles off Kilo Lima Oscar, left turn to set the radial 255, and then at 15 miles we'll make another right turn to Gipole, hold 7,000 feet. Great, that's reviewed. Imagine the cabin is secure. Before takeoff check is complete. Wait, what? Baby 2, got a minute, congratulations, I'm glad to hear it. Yes, line training all passed, been on the line about 3 months now and loving it, thank you. Amazing, wait, soundboard. Harry Hippon, just for you. There we are. Another one of my subscribers is now a fully qualified 737 pilot. Amazing. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Steve, it is a mess. I'm trying to do my best to do it. Oh yeah, it reminds me, I've now put delay ads on. There we are. So there's going to be guaranteed no ads for 10 minutes, apparently. There we are. Tyler, I don't know, is that another one? Is that an ad? or another rated pilot? I don't know. Anyway, here we are at the whole point. So runway 28 isn't a landing runway here, it's a departure runway. It looks all clear, so we'll line up. Zurich traffic, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike lining up, take off runway 28, departure east. Alright, so MCP, auto throttle LNAV, transponder Terra. Oops, I can just knock that. Trying to taxi and turn, I'll set the transponder up. Oh yes, look at that.
Runway 16 via Delta and Echo for
Okay, so MCP is set, transponder TARA, strobe lights I put on, landing lights on, cleared takeoff, and the surface wind here, if I have a quick look, oh no, that's the wrong airport, Zurich, 0906 knots, a little bit of a tailwind, but it is the runway news. Oh, a lovely sunset departure, and it will be just after sunset when we arrive into Palermo. Awesome stuff, guys. Flap 25. Hope not. Toga's in chat. Let's go to Palermo. Whoops. Timing. There we are. Stabilise. Toga. Set takeoff thrust. Amazing. There we are. Takeoff thrust set indications normal. Checked. Release forward pressure. Up we go. Ah, superb. Gears coming up. Yeah, felt really nice. Sort my seating position out there, a bit high, a bit low in my seat. Anyway, LNAV. Speed trim system's activating to get me back into the in-trim speed, that's cool. I'll go. Fire in the nose to accelerate to the up speed, and we're above V2 plus 15, select flat 1. Try and give you a little wing view. Amazing. Ah, don't forget your left turn, Sam. Flaps up. Too busy enjoying that wing view. So pitch up. See if you pitch up a bit too aggressively, you get the stall speed increase, the G loading. That's very realistic. PLIs appear as well. Alright, approaching 1 to go, vertical speed, flaps are up, no lights. So the autothrottle will maintain the up speed, it's maximum speed of 210 knots, don't forget. 1 to go. Oh, it flies so nicely. The flight directors are chasing those slightly, they've gone very sensitive in the recent updates. It used to be really nice, but I'll demonstrate it to you here. If I roll this way, if I turn... Yeah, the flight directors are moving a little bit quick to my sort of corrections. Get it back in trim for 210 knots. Also, I think the trim has lost some effectiveness. Just like the CSS 737. Yeah, the trim's lost some effectiveness in recent updates. That was a large trim input I made there. Anyway, there we are. Command A, and we'll now do the after takeoff checklist. So gears off, auto brakes off. Star switches to off. Air conditioning and pressurization 1.2 climbing. Set. Use the crew. Altimeters QNH set 1020 passing 4,800 for 5,000 feet. After takeoff check is complete, crew released. So, bring up the SID for you here. Should use these more really. So Deges to Yankee. Just levelling off here at 5,000 feet. So basically it has us... It's not to scale, so that's why it's overshooting. Max 210, maximum 5,000, but imagine you would get further climbing, you'd only be held if it was really, really busy. Well, I'll just go straight up to my cruise level. So I'll set flight level 350 on the MCP. So remember, just check the FMS. There's no restrictions in the FMS, so if I press VNAV straight away, there we are, N1 VNAV speed. It's going to get climb M1 set, and it's going to start pitching to maintain 212 knots in this case. Now you can see Zurich up to the left window. Or that's to that CFM spool up anyway. It's good, isn't it? Yanis, am I the only one that gets auto trim on the PMDG? So that's not auto trim, that's something called the speed trim system. When that's trimming, that's it's a real system on the aircraft. Just turn the sounds down here. I don't know if you can hear me with that CFM whining. There we are. It's a real system which encourages the aircraft to return to the in-trim condition. We can trim that out manually to stop it from activating, but yeah, that's nothing you can do. That's realistic. Look at that view. The sim's spectacular, isn't it? And then Zurich is off to the left here, I believe. Never flown in before. There's the railway station. Having a look outside. Back over the airport we go, look. Superb. Oh, amazing. Right, set standards. And we can clear the MFRA. There we are, speed restrictions passed, so we now accelerate to 250 knots right over the airfield and then we'll head eastbound towards Kolil. Oh yeah, sorry, gear off. Oh, no, I did press it, didn't I? But yeah, I know.
Zurich traffic, 805-284
it's this annoying thing. So I think what I'm going to have to do, hold on, let me just going to push speed into it on the MCP and bring the speed, make sure below 235 knots, because I think I'm going to have to do a little trick here. I thought I'd fix that with the PMDG. Also, the gears down in the real aircraft above the upspeed, it is so loud. Right, speed's below 235 knots, let me just try the quick fix. Oh, it's not going to do it. I'm going to have to do it manually. Whilst leaving the gear lever down. Ah, Steve, I had got it all set. There we are. There we are. It's gonna. Everyone's happy now. Altimeters back to VNAV. Speed into mid close. Passing 115 flight level 350 pre-cruise checks. Fuel 6 bumps. Balanced. In the wings. Yes. Lights off. APU's off. Pressurization. Diffs. 4.0 climbing. Set. Belts. Recall. There we are. Pre-cruise checks complete. Just. A Dutchman, I'm sure. Thank you very much for your continued support as a member. I can see that's 3 years. Unbelievable. Thank you very much. That's most kind for you to support me for that entire period of time. All the best, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I should have used this a lot sooner. I've had this iPad for about... It's like an iPad mini. I think it's 4. I've had it for years and years and years. And, oh, hold on. I should be on the wrong camera. Look, I've got Navigraph. And it's actually not that stuttery or slow. So I can close this. Look, I can... always check my navigation en route and see where I am without having to use the second window, which is great. I'll never get lost. If anyone tunes in and says, where am I? I'll be like, I'll tell you straight away, sir. Anyway. Well, having said that, it's just crashed. Trying to zoom out. There we go, it's reloaded. Perfect. Yeah, going to be a beautiful sunset, Steve. Very nice. So do ignore my lack of knowledge of Swiss lakes. I have no idea what that lake is off to the left. So I've never flown into Zurich, but we're going to go right over the Alps. It's going to look fantastic in this evening. The weather's been so settled in Europe, so hot though. Just turn the sim down here. There we are, guys. Yeah, brilliant, 2 tons. Cheers, guys. Yeah, brilliant. Yanis took my parents' iPad and I've been using it. It's perfect. Yeah, it's great to have in the background. Steve, you can remote into GSX over the browser now too, so you can use iPad for that too to save, keep opening it on the main screen. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, from a streaming perspective though, I guess you guys would like to see the interactions, but I don't know if my old iPad Mini 4 is about 10 years old. Anyway, the members will know about this. I had a bit of a whoopsie yesterday. Here's my beautiful iPhone 17. There it is. Okay. Yesterday, I went out with my 15-month-old daughter. I went to a garden centre and bought a pitchfork because I've got some work to do in the garden. And I was carrying my daughter in one hand, the pitchfork in the other, like some sort of lunatic. Anyway, I put my daughter in her car seat, and then all of a sudden, a car parks next to me and starts chatting. Oh, beautiful daughter. I was like, thank you so much. Fuel, just turn the centre pumps up. Anyway, drove off, got back in the car, drove off, and my watch pinged up and said, you forgot your iPhone. And I was like, Okay. And then I realised, oh, no. I mean, I can't swear because I'm cleaning my streams, but I went, oh! What I'd done, I'd put my daughter in the car and I put my phone stupidly on top of the wheel of the car, on the back of the car. And then obviously this lovely old couple parked next to me and just said, oh, your daughter's beautiful, thank you. Got distracted, got in the car, reversed over it twice, and completely destroyed the screen. So yeah, I think it's mostly members in chat here anyway, much to the amusement of my wife, the members. And basically I went to the nearest city, which is a bit of a drive from here, nearest Apple shop. I went in and miraculously the phone was completely destroyed, all the screen was cracked and the colours were leaking and it was unusable, but it was working. I tried to Hey Siri and it rang out, and I went to the Apple store and they said, I don't know how, but your phone is working fine and we can just replace the screen now. And I was like, okay, so yeah, it costs 350 quid for a new screen, but I thought I was going to have a new phone. Replace the screen working perfectly. So yeah, all in the day. So lesson learned: don't put your mobile phone on top of a car tyre because you'll forget it's there. That was my day in a nutshell. Anyway, look, the sun is shining on the instruments. We'll turn up the brightness of the PFD. Now they actually have, see these little white circles here? These are little light detectors that will automatically adjust the brightness based off that. Apple Store in Tokyo, yeah. Steve, yes, that was 2 tons and his terrible sense of humour. Oh dear. Anyway, look at this view. Doesn't it make you want to go flying IRL? Wow. I mean, we are spoiled in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Look at it, it looks absolutely incredible. I remember when 2024 came out and the satellite imagery was terrible the way it was coming in. Now look at it. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Yanis, you've done the same thing. Oh dear. Ben Butler bought Apple Care. It was a great purchase after I dropped my laptop. Only cost me £200 to repair. So yeah, I've taken out Apple Care on the iPhone. So because there was no other damage, they replaced the screen. They said you are eligible for Apple Care on this phone because it was less than a year old. So I have done. Took it out £6 a month for accidental damage. I think you have to pay a £70 excess to replace the phone or 25 quid for the screen. But I thought for £6 a month it's actually not that bad. Harry says, a challenge for you. It would be great to see you do a flight without the speed and altitude event buttons one day, so you can enjoy the joys of flying the old dogs we have. Oh yeah, you got some of the old classic NGs with those buttons missing. So you got a VNAV still. I've flown, well Harry, I know a lot of your colleagues from moved from my airline, vice versa and whatnot, and I've spoken to the guys that fly. Have you still got any classics? Fly the 300, they're old dogs. If I had a Nokia, yeah. The car would have been the part that's damaged, that's true. Look at this. Anyway, what's our ETA? It is, with a full arrival in, 1921 Zulu, so we've got about an hour and a half from now, guys. Yeah, Steve, that's why I use audio FPS. It's churning away in the background. Yeah, T-Lod 400 right now. FPS, I'm getting 60 capped. Giddo, you're in Cork right now. Got your interview tomorrow to become a 737 cadet. Thank you for your videos that got me back into aviation after my degree. Amazing, Giddo. Good luck with your interview, buddy. And you never know, I might see you around if you're successful. Boy, hi. The first time I've heard someone get a new screen from Apple, normally they just go, there'll have to be a new one, I'm afraid. I don't mind them though. Nice present for me. Ah, that's fair. I mean, if I had the Apple Care, I'd push for that, but no, I didn't have anything, and I had to either get a new phone or a new screen, so I was quite grateful that the screen was replaced. Yeah, I took out the Apple Care just actually in case there was any hidden damage, but I think they can do full diagnostics and check everything anyway. Jordan, I'm here. I've made it. Thanks, buddy. Good morning to you. Good Wednesday morning. Hey, Jordan, check this out. Download it. Jordan is one of the his spare time paints the Alpaca Airways fleet. This is one of his works. do need to get some more artists. We need the Fokker 100 painting, the Fokker 70 painting. We need the iFly 737 Max to be updated. Alpaca Airways needs painters. God, look at this over the Alps. Stunning. Beautiful. Oh, what? Not my work though. Jordan, I thought it was credited to you. You did the X-Plane one. Oh, I need to find out who it was. 2 tons of 777-300 needs a livery as well. Lots of liveries. So when you're bombing over the Alps like this, it's always nice to be aware of the Mora. Now usually if I fly in real life, I note this on my notepad. Being a casual sim here, but yeah, look, 13,700, so if you were to have a depressurization, don't set 10,000 feet, you're going to hit some granite, so I'd set to 14,000, and on a visual day like this, you could probably go a little lower, but you don't want to be dipping below Mora in a high stress situation, but yeah, you'd stay on oxygen until you could get below 10,000 feet. Steve Jenkinson, Roma should be online by the time you're in range. Excellent. Yes, this event starts in 5 minutes, so we'll keep an eye out on the ATC situation. So active ATC should be online soon, and this is all ping up online later as well. Let's see what the traffic situation is here. Reasonably busy, but yeah, this event starts. I'm guessing it's going to be busy. Oh, we should have taken off from Geneva, look. ATC there. Never mind. Oh, Zurich's just come online now. Typical. Oh well. Hi Mad Mystery, could you please talk about landing in the 800 the last 50 feet? Because for me it's either floaty or smashing down the runway in real life. Any tips please? I'm sure Domino, if you're around, one of my mods, if you'd be so kind to post a link to my landing tutorial, my 8-year-old FSX tutorial. Doesn't matter, same technique. Have a look at that. Cheers, Domino, if you're still here. Mods can post links. Two tons of scene outside. The sim just brings up M2 drift time calculations. My goodness. Yes, your role as a dispatcher is quite involved in the process, whereas in Europe they just worry about the loading. We might just catch Roma then, Steve. So that's in 32 minutes from now. Oh no, you're looking for it. It'll come. Cheers. Thanks, buddy. It's old. So old it's gone back into the YouTube archives. Hi Mills, having only done 3 flights on VATSIM since last week when I passed, is it a good idea for me to fly out or into an airport now, or stick with it easier till I get more experience? I mean, yes, I wouldn't jump into a busy VATSIM event into a difficult airport. You know, build confidence and experience. Have a look for events on VATSIM, which can be typically busy, but nowadays there's always a controller somewhere, and yeah, just practice. You know, choose your own routes and practice away. Oops, bank angle 10 degrees now set. Oh yeah, we'll have a look for events in Italy. Mills Travel. I don't know. VATITA Italy do a lot of VATSIM events. To be fair. Gosh, can you hear that, guys? Someone's got a 1000cc motorbike just gone past my house. We'll have a look at the VAT radar site soon, Luke Zupan. Oh, Dobbo, I'll find it, buddy, it's alright. Let's have a look here. It's an old school video, but it doesn't matter, you know, I could update it, but essentially nothing has changed. Nine years old, this video, my goodness. Here you go, I'll post it in chat now. So whoever it was that wanted the landing guidance, there's the video. Sasha, thanks, 41. Oh, you just posted it as well, Domino. Oh, cheers, buddy. Sasha, 41 months member, thank you. Did a fly from say intentions into Innsbruck. AI turned it into vectors into mountains. And when I said unable due to trade, it had a hissy fit. Oh my goodness me. That's why... I know these AI air traffic control things are very sophisticated. I've used Beyond ATC before as a bit of a laugh. Yeah, you can't beat a real-world controller or a simulated human controller which you'd get on a flight simulator. It's no more realistic experience. You can't get a better realistic experience. And that's not to say intentions or Beyond AT are bad. They're great tools, and maybe you can use them before getting onto VATSIM. But you said it all there, Sasha. I mean, they can't. Innsbruck's not the place you typically get vectors. It's really a procedural airport because it's such a narrow valley with a terrain either side. There's not really room for vectors. You expressed your dissatisfaction about being flown into a mountain. I love that. AI ATC. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Anyway, we've nearly finished crossing the Alps. Fantastic. Probably got Lake Como and Lake Garda coming up. Probably be Lake Garda down there. Very nice. Yep, progressing nicely. PMDG's behaving beautifully. Hi Fireman Sam, can you explain the random fixed rings en route? Yes, with my operator we use the fixed rings periodically to apply FIR boundaries. So if we go here on the operational flight plan, FIR boundaries are defined by these stars. Essentially, we'd have a look here at PED. So you can see here we're going to go from Milan to Roma at waypoint. It's in between Tipney and Amtel, so I'll probably put Tipney in as a fixed ring, and that just shows you roughly where you can expect to switch ATC controllers. So there we are, Tipney. It's unusual. You usually have a waypoint assigned to an FIR boundary, but in this case it's between the two. So there we are. I'll put that fixed ring to remind me to expect a handover in real life if I was talking to Milan now to Roma. Gillo, you found the first week of VATSIM the most stressful. After a while I realised nothing bad could happen if I didn't get something correct. Absolutely. Don't stress. You'll make mistakes as well. Sometimes you can have some stroppy controllers, but just ignore them. Yeah, enjoy. If you're not enjoying the experience, just log off. They're only going to report you if you clearly, ignoring their commands or whatever. Steve, yeah, Stephen Jacobson. I don't typically do it in streams. We start not always having ATC, but yeah, what we do now is in the cruise we'd cursory look at the overhead panel, make sure it's all configured and set. Happy that you've got LNAV, VNAV typically engaged. The pilot monitoring would put the fixings in. We'd preset the QNH now as well at our destination. So in Palermo, QNH is 1015. Now we do this for confirmation bias. So when we get the ATIS and it's not this, we can clarify and see it's a mistake. It's ATC very rarely, but I have done in the past given wrong QNH. So now you know it is when you left. Well, it was when you left 1015. When you get the QNH, it shouldn't be too different. Fireman Son, how's your summer season going? Very busy in the sim. So Tier E, this is my second year as a Tier E now. So I'm not doing a huge amount of flying. We're flat out in the sim. So lots of training, lots of checking. I've got some flights next week. 2 days line training, a cadet. And I'm doing 2 4-sector days, so looking forward to that. I've not been flying for about 3 weeks. Then I don't have any more flights. I've got no standbys. No standbys, but I don't mind. I love working in the sim. But yeah, this is I've got a bit of a mixture next week. I've got some sims and some flights. But yeah, it's been very busy on the line, I've heard. John, is the high idle on flare PMDG setting realistic? High idle on flare, I guess. Does it stay on approach idle longer than before ground idle? Not sure. North travel yet? Done typed newbie, but I got a moody one at Palmer. At least he came across like that. You know, yeah. Don't be put off. You know, some people are having a bad day and they still decide to control on VATSIM. Farmer, do you prefer it to real life flying, but different, I suppose? Yeah, I like the balance between the sim and flying. I love the flying. I enjoy the flying a lot more now that I don't do it every single day. I know that sounds, and I've said this so many times, I'm very lucky to do what I do. I'm very lucky to be able to do this in my spare time. But flying now the 737 for 16 years, it is your job. It sort of becomes, I would never say it becomes, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, like, oh, I've got to go flying today. I always enjoy it. But when you go in the sim for 3 weeks, it makes you enjoy the flying more. You get more excited to go flying. But yeah, I'm obviously very aware. I'm very lucky to be in the position, and a lot of you would wish to be in this position as well, of which I'm very grateful for. Dandrani, quick question. Yesterday I was approaching Manchester, mistakenly pressed nav on the downwind leg for 2-3. So you mean, is this an Airbus thing, Dandrani, or Vorlock are you talking about? My course snapped to 051. That sounds like a PMDG-ism. So I think there's a setting, though, to be fair, when you arm it automatically matches the courses. Sounds like then you were maybe arming it too early, thought the other runway was in use. Yeah, that's what it is. So if you were downwind and you armed Vorlock, I should think the PMDG went, oh, you're actually using runway 05, because I think the LSZH is the same in Manchester. If it's the same, it'd probably do that. Nuclear Waster, hello. Finish your APS MCC on the fixed base 734. It felt near identical to Zebo, especially the deadband. Yeah, very good. The fixed base sims are very good. You wait until you try a full motion. I mean, the FTDs are never really used as training handling of the aircraft, because they never match the real aircraft to a degree. But you can certainly teach the theory and apply it ready for the full flights. Valley, do you also have the opportunity to do base training? I'm not qualified to do the circuit training. I could apply for it. I'm quite happy right now not doing it. I know it sounds like a lot of fun, but usually there's a lot of disruption in the day with those guys. So maybe one day. I'm quite happy staying on the Sims tier E, tier I, and then going off flight training every now and then. Maybe one day. Thank you, Five and Sam. Yeah, and that's one I realised that a lot of people would love to be in my position, and I'm very fortunate and love being in the position I'm in as well. Yeah, it sounds like Dandrani. Yeah, you armed it, and maybe it had the same frequency. I've not been to Manchester for a while, so I'm guessing if it was the same frequency, the aircraft or the sim went, oh yeah, I'll switch the courses around for you. This is the ILS that's in use. Cool. Anyway, nicely en route into Italy we go. That'll be, yeah, that's Lake Garda, and we'll continue southbound. Fly by Alps. I think it's very flat in Italy then. Was that contrail or something? I don't know what that was. Irish buddy, you have to be a crusty old captain to do base training. I'm not crusty enough then. Take care, 5%. Thanks for popping in. Luke Zupan, the sims we have these days are crazy. Who needs a level D when we're lucky to have all these things in flight? So I know. Very lucky. They're so realistic. They look amazing. Harry, do you have short field performance in your fleet? Yeah, all of our Maxes are short field performance. They're very slippy. Very, very slippy. As are the NG SFPs. Average Simmer says, if on a 2-crew positioning flight, one of the crew become unresponsive after V1, would the flying pilot just return ASAP? Absolutely. So any pilot incapacitation is immediately a mayday, and you land at the nearest suitable airport as soon as possible. So if that means returning, absolutely. steel cap, that's funny. Right, Tipney will do a fuel check. And that's just to the south of Bologna. Fun fact, in Bologna they have marshallers that drive around in Lamborghinis. I've seen it with my very eyes. Sasha, love flap 10 on the NG, pants on the max. Yes, with short field performance, when you go to flap 10, leading edge devices stay in the extend position. So they only go full extend when you select landing flap, which, yeah, you lose that extra bit of drag. I mean, it helps a tiny bit, but, yeah. Short field performance on an ILS, you've got to really carefully consider the configuration. Any tailwind or high weight or hot temperature, off you go, slipping down that 3-degree ILS. So, yes. Guys think there'll be some ATC in a bit. That's good. I can't get this aircon to go any colder. It's so hot in here. Listen, I think they're genuine Lamborghinis. I don't know if they're still there. It's been a few years since I've been. I've probably heard guys would cut pound the 200s and dead stick them in. My goodness. Even in the 200. Yeah, you not with landing flap out. You'd be way below VREF by the time you cross the threshold. You'd be on stick shaker. Yeah, I wouldn't want to try that. Not with landing flap. Anyway, PMDG so far, handling very nicely. As I mentioned on departure, the flight director looks a little sensitive. But overall, things are looking hunky-dory. 2 tons payload limitations on our fleet with our high and hot destinations. Yeah, I can believe that. We're quite curious to see how the MAX 10 deals with these airports, with the extra 20 passengers. I don't know if the LEAP 1Bs have been uprated at all, but yeah, it could be quite performance limiting. Generally, the 737 is a very good aircraft, has great climb performance, and not often that you're performance limited unless it's very hot on a short runway. Most international airports, no issues at all, but you do have to be careful. I once was in Corfu and had to do a different flap setting. I had to do a flap 10 takeoff performance. I've also had to do a fuel stop. So airline operations obviously make the decision. So the options are, if you can't take off, is to either upload less fuel, do a fuel stop, which is the preferred option, or offload passengers' bags, which is obviously then they have to work out how to deal with that. But yeah, I've had to do a fuel stop before. Sash, am I correct that flap 25 on the max is flap 10 equivalent on the NG for drag and holding speed? I mean, you would never hold with flaps extended. It's prohibited in icing conditions, but yeah, I mean, flap 25 is quite a draggy flap. It's really only used as an intermediate flap setting for when you're using flap 40. At high gross weights, you typically, when you get down flap 15, you're above the maximum flap 40 extension speed, so you use 25 as an intermediate flap setting. But yeah, you never use flaps in the hold. You'd at least like slowest minimum clean speed. Oh, it's probably, yeah, for the 321 can get out, then the max 10 can. Yeah, 321's an absolute pig, isn't it? Absolute pig. It's like the 330, A330, is it 300 or whatever? With the CFMs. They do not like to climb. Superb sounds. Look at this. Completely clear. I should select MCT in the FMS anyway. Oh, Sasha, sorry. Oh, and holding. Sorry, I get you. Yes, flap 25 is very good at holding the speed. Flap 10 will do it, even in a short field performance. It just, again, there's so many external factors. But yeah, use it as you need. I took the context out of holding speed. Yes, it's holding the speed. Well, I should think that I have a beautiful approach. Maybe I had to time the start of this quite carefully because the event's now started, I think, in Sicily. That'll be a lot. I was considering coming in from Roma, so I think there's like 150 flights a week from Rome and Sicily. Still a little bit of weather around, but it's to the south, as long as Mount Etna doesn't explode. What we're doing, ATC. Oh yes, look, we're going to get ATC very shortly as we approach Tipney, which is the boundary. And we should have ATC all the way. It's not busy. Everyone was saying it was going to be a busy VATSIM event. There's no one in Palermo. I guess everyone knows it's going to be fine. I mean, it's busier in Parma. How busy is in Parma? It's actually bonkers. Is there a decent Parma scenery for 2024 yet? Well, Alpaca Airways is coming in. Cheers, Josiah. 11 months as a member. Getting so close to that 4th stripe. I know. Or you've been here nearly a year and you've been at such a huge involvement as a member. You know, almost join me on every stream. You take part in every group flight. You're always around in Discord. It's a pleasure to have you here. So thank you very much for your support for the last 11 months. And I love flying to Parma in the sim. Yeah, it's one of my favourite destinations in real life. You know, the weather can be a bit nasty there. Sometimes it can be very busy in the summer, but it's a nice flight from the UK there and back. And I'll always remember Parma because I did my initial line check there as a first officer, as a cadet. I did my line check to Parma and back. Well, hopefully I'll get a ding-dong on V-Pilot soon, as we're just passing Tipney. Just do a quick fuel and time check for our routes. Dump those charts. Electronic flight bag, OFP. Scroll down a little wee bit. Tipney, where are you? There it is. So 36 minutes airborne, 37, makes sense, we just passed the waypoint. We should have 5.1 tons, we took an extra 30 minutes, so it's 1.2, so we should have 6.3 tons of fuel on board. Oh, 6.3. Fuel burn is bang on as expected. Superb. I think the PMDG 737 along with the Phoenix A320 are probably the most polished aircraft in any simulator. They're working very nicely, flying well, they look amazing. I love the sunset on the gauges as well. Look at this. The shadows are just... wow. Stunning. It looks so realistic. So who was saying that? Yeah, 2 tons. Some of us are still stuck in the hole nearly 5 years ago in Parma. Yeah, that was carnage, that one. Absolute carnage, that group flight. Steve Jenkinson, the Palermo default scenery is decent. Yeah, I think it's is it Gaia Simulations? It's included in 2024. I'm very fortunate that Jetstream Designs via Flightbeam Studios I have access to their scenery, so I did actually install the Jetstream Designs Palermo scenery, but the default one is sufficient. But if I have access to a third-party high-quality one, I'll always have a look at installing it. Yeah, iFly, Steve Jenkinson's coming along nice ways. Yeah, I was sort of torn to fly that or this tonight, and then I was like, we don't have a Alpaca Airways livery for the iFly 737, so I thought, oh, I'll take the PMDG then. And I've not flown it for, I don't think I'd flown this for 2 or 3 months or so. Irish pilot, I love that. The numbers should be worn off. Yes, this is a very clean cockpit. There's not many NGs in this condition. I think there's a third-party add-on which you can add, which I've used before, which adds wear and tear to the cockpit. Whether it's been updated or not, I don't know, but you're quite right. Quite right. Yeah, you know what? I thought there'd be tons of traffic coming in. Oh, let's have a look on the VAT radar website and see how many inbound. To be fair, it's not one specific airport that's using this event. So, but Palermo would be the biggest. But this is the event we're doing. Yeah. So VATSIM Summer Break. Usually European VATSIM events are super busy on VATSIM. So Summer Break, all these airports. Palermo's the biggest, where we're going into. Full ATC celebration, Southern Italy's most stunning destinations in Sicily and Sardinia. I'll have a little look on the VATSIM radar website. See what's what. All the traffic's in Frankfurt, Heathrow probably. To be fair, yeah, the event doesn't start for another 10 minutes. VATSIM Radar V2. Ooh. How do I use this then? See if there's any inbounds. They're all coming online now though. So there's ATC in Palermo, ground and tower. One aircraft on the ground. Yeah, there you go. 23 inbounds. En route. Where am I? There we are. Alpaca. We've got an alpaca. Oh yeah, this is it's going to go up quickly now. Oh, that's quite good. Oh, can you sort it out by decimal? Show pilot stats. Oh, look at the hours of these people. Oh, ciao, Edo. I recognise that call sign. 3,700 hours on VATSIM, 1,500 hours, 400, 300, 1,000, 156. 876. What have I got? Where am I? There I am. 1,500 hours! No way! That's a lot. I mean, I've nearly got 8,000 in the real thing, but that's yeah. 1,500 hours on VATSIM. God blimey, I didn't even know that. Anyway, 23 arrivals inbound. Does it highlight only the arrivals on the map now? No, it's probably a button I can press, isn't it? Focus? Oh no, that's the airport. I should think a lot will be departing from Roma. Oh no. Get your VATPL. Yeah, I've got the hours. I could unfreeze my license. If you catch up in real life hours on VATSIM, I would be worried. Yeah, I think I still fly enough in the year. 300. Well, I do about 200-300 hours a year now, not 800-900 like I used to. Oh, Steve M. Yes, that's it. The worn texture mod. Okay, it still works. I think I used it when we flew the old freight. We flew the BDSF freighter, the conversion. Hold on, am I not meant to be with Roma right now? Showing ATC online. Am I not meant to have a ding dong? You could always do some controlling as a side hustle. I don't have the time right now. When the children go to school, that's when I'll have much more time for streaming again. I'm still trying to get at least one a week done. But I've got a lot there. No muted ATC, no. V-Pilot's turned up. Maybe I should contact them. Oh, Navigraph doesn't show the right sectors. Ah, okay, so we don't actually have ATC. Makes sense. R&B, the wildfire's going to disrupt the skies. Not for our stream, but yeah, awful what's going on in Spain and France. Terrible. Harry Hibbard, is CPDLC still working? Yeah, it should be. I mean, we obviously don't have any ATC here, but a lot of sectors now do use it on the sim. Irish by flying a G-Reg, Nigel. Yeah. But yeah, the event only starts in 5 minutes, so it should all ping up. sort of coming in within the first sort of 45 minutes. Maybe should have waited a little bit for it, but anyway, it is what it is. Hot over Italy as well. Just jump outside, watch your ears. Amazing. Abby, you had your first flying lesson in a Piper at Barton. Very, very cool. Very, very nice. And I see your comment at the bottom. You gave my channel a plug. Well, thank you. Most kind. Who knows if your instructor will take a look. Yeah, Spain's you another heat wave. I mean, yeah, it's tinderbox, isn't it? Everywhere. I mean, we've had such little rain in the UK. I don't know what it's been like in mainland Europe. Oh, my beautiful lawn, which I scarified and aerated and everything, is now yellow. So it's gone dormant. But I couldn't keep on top of it. It's full of weeds, and the ground's too hard to try and pull them out. So I'll have to wait for some rain. I don't think there's any rain due in the UK of considerable amount for another week. Anyway, I don't think it's popped up recently, but do apologise again if anyone is seeing any ads today. It shouldn't be the... oh no, well, it shouldn't be the case. It's something I can't control, but I have set it to the maximum frequency, which is 30 minutes. Alright, approaching the halfway point, just north of Roma. Downhill, see if we can see any traffic in Fiumicino and Ciampino. Thomas Markuson, or Markuson says, dry and dust in Denmark, grey skies but no rain. Yeah, we need it. Josiah, your ad block's working nicely. Great, 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 great. Hi Jacob, just joining, good evening. Using the default Zurich, if so, is it any good? Yes, it... sorry, no, it was the MK Studios payware scenery, which I had access to, so very, very nice. I think it is. I think Zurich is one of the premium airports. Am I right in thinking? Yeah, some of them are okay, but generally speaking, I'll always have a look at them. If I'm not happy, I'll look at other ones. Oh, Great Valley, yes, YouTube Premium will stop ads. Great to hear, guys, perfect. So yeah, as I mentioned in a post month ago, people were saying they're getting ads. I've never had that before, and YouTube about 2 or 3 months ago changed it where now live streams ads come up and you can't disable them, but you can set the frequency, so I've set it to the max, which is 30 minutes, and believe it or not, do you know what the shortest one is? 6 minutes. I could set it so an ad plays every 6 minutes. I mean, it's ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. Sudi PTA Singh, ever tried flying gliders? It's how I learnt to fly, buddy. I've not flown gliders for about, oh no, 20 years? Yeah, 20 years is the last time I flew glider. I flew solo in a glider in a Phuket, and then I sort of moved to GA. I look back now and wish I kept it going, but my ambitions back then is no, I don't want to fly gliders, I want to fly 737 or commercial jet airliner. And here we are. I did that entire period of time when I was flying gliders, before I was flying gliders, doing my PPL, doing my flight training, doing my 737 type rating, becoming an SFI, becoming a captain. I've been using desktop flight simulators the whole life, and they're absolutely brilliant. And how far they have come. Wonderful. I played this one already. Another one. Perfect. Valley, lovely thing is that there are the same 3 ads played over and over. I end up dreaming them. Maybe that's the goal. What have you guys been trying to... What are they trying to sell you? Is it toothpaste or a holiday? Irish pilot, when will you become a real pilot and fly big planes? No, I don't want to fly no wide-body jet. Well, I'd love to, but my work-life balance is superb. Oh, you're a real pilot, I know. Classic. Maybe I should design some new merch. Maybe a new mug. Yeah, so take a look at this Synaptic A220 then. Might do. I've flown a lot of new aircraft recently. Members, I know we did a Discord group flight. Really enjoyed that in the L39 Albatross. Should do another one of those. And a tough pace, yeah, that's your linkage coming out. Well, yellow belly. I never forget my roots, Sandy. As neither would you. eToro, the algorithm thinks I'm loaded for some reason. I don't. Isn't that some sort of betting thing or stocks and shares? 2 tons. Your goal is to dispatch heavies on ETOPS and maybe dispatch the boom supersonic if that becomes an eventuality. Excellent, excellent ambition. Keep us posted about your progress. Very curious about the role, how it differs in Europe. So involved in the flight as a dispatcher. Amazing. Rajan, yeah, I might take a look at it. Very aggressively, I don't get early access to any build stuff anymore. I don't know why. I tried messaging them and they never responded. I asked them if they wanted to give away any scenery for the charity stream, never responded. So I don't know what happened, because I was really close with them when they came on the scene and they introduced A300 for X-Plane. I was working with them directly and promoting their products. I was quite critical of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 and the default aircraft when it was released, and there were any builds. I think after that they cut ties with me. So, but otherwise, if there's enough demand, I will purchase it and have a look. But yes, I'll always say it as it is. If the aircraft's crap, it's crap. You know. At 2 tons, that's a quote from my favourite film of all time, Shawshank. Amazing. But yeah, I don't mind investing. You know, I use the money that I put aside. Very, very grateful for all the income, and use it to purchase sceneries, airports, aircraft, giveaways. So very, very grateful. There's a ding dong. Roma. Contact 124.8. Hope the sound's okay, guys. I've turned the sim down a little lower than I usually do, because I think I had an email about guys said he was struggling to hear my voice. I mean, who would want to listen to me? But I have turned the sim down a little lower than I usually would have it. It's about 44%. This is full volume. There you go. 5x5. Cheers.
1000 6.
Now we've got the issue with all the pilots sounding much louder on VATSIM. Roma, good day, it's Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, maintaining flight level 350 inbound Torley.
Alpaca 25, correction 32 Papa Mike, Roma identified.
Hopefully we'll get a squawk soon.
Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, squawk 1000 please.
Squawk 1000, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. Perfect, standard. Awesome. Steve, as much as the actual stunning movie Shawshank is, love the music in it too. Yeah, it's amazing. I remember first watching that movie. I was about 17, 18 years old. Oh god, I bawled my eyes out afterwards. But it's such a lovely ending. Anyway, I don't want to no spoilers, guys. But if you haven't seen it, go see it, guys. It's amazing. I'm not a movie buff. I like movies, but I love all sorts really. I love like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I haven't watched them for years. I love the Game of Thrones trilogy. I love Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. All this I loved. I've not watched anything recently, because obviously, yeah. 15-week-old baby crawling all over the place, and flat out at work and second on the way, so yeah, busy. Sasha, following the drama on the 220 questions page at the moment, I'm going to wait. Let's have a 3080. We'll wait to what performance is like for a mid-range PC. Yes, I've read that the performance isn't great on the A220. I mean, I'm very fortunate to have a strong PC. Should work it, but for the average user, let's see. Pilot friends, Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption. Amazing film. Yeah, I'd love to. There's a lot of films you'd obviously love to watch.
Alpaca 32 past Mike, proceed direct to Giano.
Direct to Giano, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. That's a great shortcut. That's straight onto the arrival. Execute. And we best actually probably start thinking about descent soon. 190 below. We'll have to try and work out if we're going to get a shortcut later. Should think so. I've not seen the Odyssey yet, Valley. I've heard it's very good. Stuart, any future plans to fly the much superior 320-321 Neo? No, we'll see. I've not flown it for a while, have I? Thanks for your subscription, Patrick. Welcome on board. Jordan, off to enjoy my own flight date. Ta-ta for now. Amazing, Jordan. Yeah, keep us posted. Are you... Where are you at your... Jordan, I have not spoken to you in a long time. Let us know how you're getting on. Please Sky check question. When is it appropriate to use long-range cruise? We use it when diverting at bar operator. We select that option. But typically we only ever stick with cost index speeds or agency assigned. Bit of bitching about Odyssey, but sounds like a great movie. Will be worth watching. I like all films except horror. I don't see the point of horror or you know, anything with like Saw. My brother-in-law loves all this stuff, and he was like, asked me, do you want to watch it? I'm like, absolutely no way. Don't see the point. Anyway. Dolo, will I do Melbourne to Toulouse non-stop 24-hour flight? No. Absolutely not. Right, anyway, let's start setting up for this approach. It's going to be an RMP approach, so we've got to do some additional briefing. So we'll go into the iPad. Just before we move out, I'm going to go to VNAV, descent, forecast. Let's fetch the winds via CPDLC. And then we can go to... was it for me? No, it was to give Whiskey Golf. Charts. Get rid of the charts for Zurich. Arrival. Uh-oh. What happened there? Did it crash? No. So we're going to fly the Giano 3 November. Pin. Approach. It's going to be runway 07. RMP Zulu. Pinned. Okay, perfect. So first things first, let's get these winds in the FMC, and I think we're going to get a little shortcut potentially here. So let's load that. Expected QNH is 1015. Execute. Fixings in for runway 07. It will be a very nice evening. I should think that the thunderstorms move south. Yes, it's currently a few clouds at 2000. Wind 07060, so straight down the runway. So we'll put a 10-mile ring in and a 4-mile ring. I could put a wind correction again. I'm a bit used to this, but I've gotten the habit now of putting the planned VREF correction. So yeah, sorry, 60 knot headwind, so half that's 8. So VREF plus 8 on final approach. So it's been a while since I've done this. I think there's isn't there a click spot here around here to bring the tablet? I can't remember how to. Oh gosh, I can't remember how to do that now. There is a way to move the tablet so you can sort of view everything here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can do this. Go to plan on my EFIS panel and zoom in. So it's likely we're going to get a shortcut today. I think we're going to be the first in on this event.
Roma Raider, good evening. Buonasera.
So to plan for that, we'll allow for a shortcut. We're going to go 432 direct to XOC.
Good evening.
But I'm not going to
502, Roma identified.
just do this here. And what I'm going to do is temporarily delete Charlie Juliet 432. So at the moment the aircraft's going to aim between 5,000 and flight level 80. If I delete this temporarily, that's why I love this aircraft. This add-on is so good. It calculates all this as per the real aircraft. So right now we want to be ideally at 6.5. So what I could do, I could put that as a hard altitude, and that will put us perfectly on par for a straight in. Otherwise the aircraft will be at flight level 80. So do that. It's in between the restrictions, and that will accommodate a straight in and put us perfectly on path. Right. So yeah, this is the FMS in the PMDG 737 is the best. There's the Zebos works okay, it has its moments, but this is flawless. Like how it calculates all the shortcuts without executing. It's really nice to see. Anyway, look, we've catered for the potential shortcut. If we don't get the shortcut, doesn't matter. We'll level off at 6.5 and fly the downwind, and then the sort of opposite downwind, then downwind leg, and eventually we're going to get to XOC, max speed 210 knots, 5,000 feet or above, which is coded all here. After XOC, it's going to be the RMP approach. For runway, oops, Palermo. RP Zulu. Via XOC straight in. So what have we got to say here? The course is a 064 and the minimum's 880. So this is LNAV minimum. This is an MDA. We have to ensure that if we're not visual, we never get below it. So we had an increment of 40 feet at my operator. So the course is a 064. There's no frequency to tune, and the minimum's 920 feet. So we'll set 920 now. Oh, look at this. Just outside, guys, here for a second. Absolutely amazing. There's the moon rising. Amazing. Anyway, I got distracted there by the amazing view. Course is 064 on the MCP. Set 2 at Wadsland. Control MCP, win. It's great to be able to use it again, because I've not flown the 73 much recently. Look at this graphics. 064, minimum's 920 feet, 920.
Romo Raider, very good evening, right 601, flight level 360.
Again, I'm sorry for the volume, for other traffic on frequency.
01, Roma identified. Able to climb level 370.
Climb to flight level 370, right 601.
Thank you.
It's another virtual pilot who's placed the microphone inside their mouth. Okay, minimums are set, so
8 Foxtrot Mike, Roma identified.
Great. So how are we going to fly this, guys? Well, firstly identify the descent point. We might as well use the final approach fix, which is Charlie Juliet 511. That's coded here 2,300 feet. Should be hard altitude, so I can change that. Makes no difference because it would have been 2,301 feet or something like that. Once we're there, it's a 3-degree path which matches the FMS, and then we're going to go to the minimum and the descent point. So MDA 880, we're not visual go around. Hopefully we will be. Now notice here, this is something that's really important to note. There is no runway point coded here. So you can see it goes to Charlie Juliet 512 at 879 feet, and then the missed approach. You must recycle the flight directors. If not, what will happen is it will go out of quiet, out hold, level off, because it's a hard-coded altitude, and then you'll lose the vertical guidance. Well, you won't. You'll give inappropriate vertical guidance. So you must recycle the flight directors in this case, and then fly visually. All right. So RVR requirements, no issue today. It's a beautiful evening. It's 1,500 meters otherwise. MSA high. Obviously, you've got the mountains to the east, 7,700. So that's all coded correctly. When we fly an RMP approach, we always discuss how we're going to fly it. So we talk about the modes and when we're going to configure. So what we're going to do is check the QNH of ATC. We've checked the minimums independently with Jim.
Ciao, I see you're transmitting, but I don't see you on my radar
config
screen.
sequence then, we're going to take flat 15 on base leg. We're visual today, so we're going to go gear down flat 15 at around 4 miles. We'll take what's the runway length here actually? It's quite long. Yeah, 3,200 meters. We'll go flat 30 and we'll try to vacate in Bravo. Actions when visual, we'll disconnect to automatic as mentioned. We'll recycle the flight directors. If not visual, we'll fly the missed approach. The missed approach then has us going straight ahead. Then left turn max 185 knots to intercept follow radial. Oh, sorry, track 336 to Ixupi. I think that was all coded, so we can just simply engage LNAV there, and we'll hold there. Great, max speed 185 knots, we'll just maintain the speed 185 knots for the turn. Right, cool. Landing performance then, into the OPT we go. Performance tool. Head to landing en route and import the aircraft details. Quite heavy, I think. Going to burn 700 kilos of fuel. Landing weight's going to be 64.4. Exactly what's expected here.
Alpine 48 Foxtrot.
Take reverse credit. What a break 3, let's try that. VREF edition 8. Calculate. So flat 30 order break 3, this will be unfactored. 16 93 metres in 3,000 metres. And as mentioned, we want to try and vacate via Bravo, which is halfway. Yeah, that should work out well. If I float a bit, I'll just have to take the brakes out, vacate it. Great, 45 metre wide runway, lovely. Oh no, it's a 60 metre wide runway here. I didn't realise that. Wow, it's a very wide runway. 60 metres gives you the impression that you're low on final approach, so avoid that optical illusion and just keep descending as you would do usually. Great, briefing complete in full. Ready for our RMP approach to be flown. Just going to select order brake. 3 and flat 30.
Alpaca 502, descend to flight
Wonderful.
level 380. Rate of descent 1,500 feet per minute.
VSky check, do you use the VREF page 2? Also when setting the waypoint height to calculate descent rate for shortcuts, I use the VS calcs. Overthinking it, VSky check. Just use VNAV and it will go down the perfect path. VREF page 2. I mean, you have that on the Max, but it gives you the RAS GRF sort of braking action codes.
Request 2 minutes out of
But that sounds like an option we don't have. Oh, VNAV page 2.
Say again your request.
What do you mean, the hey?
I request 2 minutes out of cockpit, Fever 622.
What, the cruise page?
602, contact
Descent page?
Roman 128.
Just use VNAV.
And relay to him your request.
No idea what you're calling that.
Roma 128.
Waypoint
I will
height.
relay the request.
Set waypoint height, calculate descent rate. No, no, no.
Alpaca 3 to Papa Mike. Contact Roma on 128.8.
128.8, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. Ciao. I mean, the only information VSky check that's on that page is information provided which gives you the target vertical speed, vertical bearing and flight path angle. It's just information. You never set that or use it. It's just additional information for you. Perfect.
Roma Fever 622, flight level 350.
Request descent soon as well. It's going to get busy here as well.
Clear the Giano 3 November arrival.
Maintain Mach decimal 77 or less.
Waypoint altitude, you can set that, or just leave it VNAV and it'll do it for you. Roma ciao, it's Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, flight level 350, inbound to Giano.
Alpaca 3 Mike, Roma buonasera, identified, clear Giano 3 November arrival.
Giano 3 November, thank you, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. Good, cleared on the arrival after Giano. Sun's already set. It's going to probably be a bit dark by the time we get there. We should have gone a half an hour earlier, but then we would have done something different. Jacob Bush, 220 viewers aside. Yes, I'll look into it, but I just want to get the consensus of how good it is. I think people who got access were sort of raving about it, but I don't know. I've always sort of found, you know, tablet needs a little bit of polishing, doesn't it, and things like that. I mean, I might give it a go. But if few people say it's not good, but I think you said someone mentioned, a member said that it was an A220 type rated flight fluids and it's quite good. So yeah. Nick Nillis, I should do a PA. You want me to do a quick PA? Good evening for the flight deck, Captain speaking. Just update our progress so far today. Currently cruising at 35,000 feet, speed over ground 471 knots, about 550 miles an hour. Traveling about a mile every 7 seconds. Current outside air temperature, I always make that up, minus 52 degrees Celsius. Airborne now for 1 hour 10 minutes from Zurich over the Tyrian Sea, starting our descent to Palermo very shortly. Made excellent progress. We should be touching down around 9:15 local time. Just got latest weather conditions. It's a very nice evening. Winds from the northeast. Temperature is, what's the temperature, guys? 29 degrees Celsius. Anyway, on behalf of my first ensemble crew, I wish you a pleasant, safe onward journey from the airport. Hope to see you on the Alpaca Airways service very soon. Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, request descent. There you go.
Alpaca 3 Papa Mike, descent flight level 170.
Descent flight level 170, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. I love doing VATSIM events. It's just better.
When ready, descent flight level 170.
It's such got the word in, yeah. There we go, guys. 1 hour 9 minutes. I really enjoyed this. Nice to be back in the PMDG. It's like being at work. And I need to do more VATSIM events again.
Just to confirm, flight level 170, would you like to still comply with the constraints?
Safe.
Roger.
So there's Josiah, I recognise the voice of him. And the controller's much louder. Now, my latest Instagram reel post was done in collaboration with, I've completely gone blank, the Flight on Fly. So this is the developer that makes the replay tool for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I might try today. The problem is, unfortunately, with the PMDG 737, when you start the recording, it freezes the sim for about 8 seconds. So, yeah, it's only the PMDG, but the replay tool is great.
Alpaca 25 Hotel Juliet, maintain...
Actually replays everything, the audio properly, the animations properly, there's updates coming to the reversers, and speed brake comes up. So I did use it years and years ago, but should we try it today? I think we should. We'll see how we are, but it does freeze the sim for quite some time. Great if you're doing pre-recorded stuff, not so great when you're doing a live stream at a busy VATSIM event. Why have you got 2 mouse arrows with one stuck in the screen? Oh really? Is that what sorted it? Request to send with the hand mic. I don't use that anymore because I made the mistake on my command upgrade line check of doing the PL on that. Has it gone, Steve? I don't know if that was my... Oh gosh, I do have a mouse arrow there. What's going on? I can see it on the streaming software. What in the world? Let me just try and change scene quickly. There we go. I refreshed the scene. That was weird. Yeah, look at VNAV doing a great job. It's idle path descent, 270 knots, beautifully maintaining the path. Yeah, this is absolutely superb. Yeah, Yanis, I haven't done that in Microsoft Flight Sim with replay tools, yeah. Domino, just seen your comment. Did you also train on the pilots on the Love it. Anyway, can we see Sicily yet? Yes. It's just coming into
ready, good evening, Speedbird 618, flight level 330.
Bank angle 25 degrees.
618, Rome identified, cleared for Giano 3 November arrival.
Yeah, that did the trick, Steve.
603 November arrival, Speedbird 618.
Alpaca 25 Hotel Juliet, clear Giano 3 November. 3 November, packet 25 Hotel Juliet, request. Alpaca 25 Hotel Juliet, descent flight level 170.
Descending flight level 170, packet 25 Hotel Juliet.
Airline 1973, I love how the sun shadow is diagonal on the horizon. Oh yeah, so good, isn't it? They've really nailed it now. I mean, when 2020 came out, it needed a lot of work, but they've yeah, Sobo done great. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not that hazy, but hazy enough. But yeah, this time of day, I can't quite see it.
Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, proceed direct to Ixosi, maintain.
Route direct to Ixosi, and then just confirm after Ixosi, maintain heading.
No, negative, maintain high speed.
High speed direct to Ixosi, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. Alright, did he say high speed or direct Ixosi? Yeah, sorry, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, I think I misread you there. Just confirm, is that direct Ixosi or maintain high speed?
Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, proceed direct to Ixosi and maintain high speed.
Copy, thank you, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. Good, if not, I'm not sure, confirm. Execute, VNAV speed, and we're a little bit high on path, so this has common VNAV now. So you've got 2 options. At this altitude, the best thing to do is just wait a second, see what happens when it stabilises at the VNAV speed. You might not be that far off path. There we are, lovely. Tyler Wiley 07, a couple of quid. Thank you, sir, most kind. He reckons butter or Nutella landing, one of my favourite spreads.
Butter or Nutella landing?
We'll go for the butter. Anyway, there we are. So look, we're so close to path. You could update your descent speed, but you know, being just 300 feet, I might just give it a little squidge of speed brake. Stay at the planned descent speed. And once you're there, just stow the speed brake. Won't take long. Many ways to deal with it. Update the speed's most preferred, but I do that with only large deviations. It's only 300 feet. I'll just stay at the target speed. VNAV speed will convert back to path. Watch it back on, and then stow the speed rate once you're on speed.
270 knots or less in the transition. Alpaca 25 Hotel Juliet.
VNAV path, perfect.
Yes, you've had 622 send question for us. What speed you want now after transition?
Murray helicopter, just finished listening to Kennedy Steve, and he said he never once told a pilot to fly the published missed approach when going missed. Is that your experience too on missed approaches? So obviously Kennedy...
Contact Palermo, 120 desktop, ciao.
Contact Palermo, just confirm frequency.
120 desktop, ciao.
10.2, I'll pack a 32 Papa Mike. I think he said 2.
Roma Radar Charlie, Qantas 75, passing level
Trying to find it here. 1202, perfect it was. Yeah, obviously Kennedy Steve's, JFK, with the amount of traffic they have, then yes, non-standard missed approaches are quite common, especially at large airports where there's lots of traffic. At small ones without radar, they'll probably want you to stay on exactly the missed approach, so it's airport and tower specific, but good question. What's the information here? I didn't listen to the 80s, but I've got the weather. It is information unable to find. LICJ. Information Bravo 07 07016, exactly as we got. I think QNH is now 1016. Palermo, ciao, it's Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, descending flight level 170, direct to XOC, information Bravo, QNH 1016, and we are maintaining high speed.
Papa 32 Papa Mike, all correct, expect AMD Zulu runway 07, info Bravo, correct, descend level 100.
Descend flight level 100, expecting RMP Zulu 07, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. 100 is set, I'll bring MCP cam on as well.
Guitarro 1795, I resume not
1016. Oh yeah, sorry.
Autonomous Busiest 1795.
Ah, sensitive.
Volevo la 427, si established, it makes 2 run, contact Palermo Tower 119.050, bye.
Yeah, it got busy all of a sudden. I think if we left it another hour it would have been even busier, but maybe I should have delayed it slightly this stream. We enjoyed a beautiful sunset at least. Awesome, well thanks for tuning in guys. We're just in the descent into Palermo, busy VATSIM event. We're just at the start of it. PMDG 737 has been working flawlessly this evening. Great to be back in this aircraft. Yeah, the controller sounds like Kimi Antonelli. He's great, he's a breath of fresh air, isn't he? I mean, I'm obviously British, and I always will support the British drivers.
Pagati to Papa Mike, descend altitude 5,000 feet, transition level 60, clear the RMP Zulu, runway 07, maintain high speed.
Send 5,000 feet, QNH 1017, and clear RMP Zulu 07, sorry, QNH 1016, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike.
Correct.
Yeah, I heard runway 07 as QNH 1017. So cleared approach, that's great, straight in, XOC. Remember that restriction I put in worked beautifully. So when we updated it, there was no change to path. So, you know what, if he wants us to maintain high speed, we can help him out slightly. I'll just increase it to 300 knots. That's going to put me probably slightly below path. So the thrust is going to come up with FMC speed. Perfect. Yeah, Antonelli's doing really well. I think Russell's lost it. Amazing. So yeah, I'll try the replay tool. It will freeze the sim briefly, but there's a couple of other things I need to do. But yeah, it's working nicely. Because the default replay tool in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is awful. I mean, it sort of works, but the audio's all clipped and...
Palermo, 622 Chow, flight level 2460, sending
170, 300 knots, almost on par.
Speed 300 or greater.
South Speedbird 622 Palermo radar contact, information Bravo, descend at level 150 number.
Quick, I always like feedback guys, you know I've got this camera box around the MCP, I'm not sure if I like it or not anymore, so that's with it on, and that's with it off. So just an MCP. Do you prefer it with the blue box going round or without? And the same with yoke cam. There's yoke cam. That's with the box on, and then let me find the box to turn it off. Without, blue box off, yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Paga 32 Papa Mike, speed 300 or greater, advise me when you need to reduce.
300 knots or greater will count Packer 32 Papa Mike. There you go. I listen to my followers. There you go. There you go. Cool. Oh yeah, that's much better. What was I thinking? That's much better. Cheers, guys. What was I thinking? See, I need the feedback.
Level 236.
I'm deleting now. It's me deleting them. Actually, I'll do it after the stream so I don't screw up anything.
Paga 250.
Democracy listed, absolutely. So he wants me to know when I'm slowing down, so there's the green dots. Obviously we're number one. Must be drinking, probably was. Anyway, Sicily ahead. Beautiful.
Palermo, radar contact, expect AMD Zulu runway 07, info Bravo.
They've really nailed night now, haven't they, as well? Now I look like a pro. Oh yeah, it's so much cleaner.
Seabird 622, reduce speed to 250 knots and expect a short level.
Reduce the speed to 5.
Just keep an eye on the speeds. It says drag required, so remember this is VNAV path only prioritises path here. Doesn't care about speed, it's doing its best to maintain it, to close the thrust levers. But we can let it bleed up a little higher, just keep an eye on it. You can always use speed brake to slow back down.
Paga 25, Hotel Juliet, speed 250 knots.
We'll get to speed 250 knots, but I can see 550, yeah.
Awesome. Nice and calm in the cabin. Obviously stop the service. Oh, the door's still open, that's a slight issue. Perfect. Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
18 descending through 245 for 170, Genoa 3 November, information Bravo.
Seabird 618, Palermo, radar contact, information Bravo, expect AMD Zulu approach runway 07.
So the RP Zulu approach runway 07, 618, thank you.
Amazing. I've just delayed the ads again. I
Seabird
found something, I
618,
can just delay them, that's great.
250.
Would you see 250?
Have you ever gone airhead? No.
Falca 25, Hotel Juliet, descent at 1550.
We just started reducing now.
Seabird 618, descent at 1650.
Descend 1650,
Alpaca 32 Papa Mike now reducing to 250 knots.
Roger sir, and approaching XOZ, no ATC restrictions on speed.
After XOC, free speed Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. Perfect, so, did I put the seatbelt signs on? I didn't, whoops. If I was late doing it, if you got distracted, you'll immediately just call the conqueror and say, really sorry, just a bit late at the belts, because typically we do that 15 minutes before landing. Yeah, Kempsey 77, obviously don't talk about stuff like that, otherwise it will immediately be banned from the channel. But thanks for
level
apologising.
100 and direct XOZ, speedbird 622.
Alright, passing 10,200, 5,000 feet, post cruise checks, fuel 4 pumps, lights on. Logos on at nights. The angular bank set to 25, pressurisation, diffs 3.5 psi set, belts on, recall, checks complete. Lights too dim, although they do look very dim already. That's better.
Okay, 25 Hotel Juliet, reduce speed minimum 3.
So all that, sort out the lighting. Looking good.
618, reduce speed minimum 3.
Oh, have I slowed everyone down? I mean, I've done 250 knots. I went as high. I went to 310 knots in the descent, but we got straight in. But the great thing is the controller on this arrival, they can sort of sequence them on the star for delays. We got straight in. Whoa! Why is the aircraft diving like that? That was a massive dive. Yeah, that was a bit aggressive from PMDG. I think the path updated or something, and it's just got a massive dive. It wouldn't dive like that aggressively, otherwise you'd be floating in your seats. Just on minimum clean at flight level 160. Hey, I've had minimum clean in the cruise. If the airport's got severe delays, which you can't do because you're on a Mac. But yeah, they just reduce your Mac number as far as possible. And then when you're below 20,000 feet, 7.3, you can buck the up speed.
Turn left heading 130, radar vector 60.
turn left heading 130 radar vectors Exosi, speed 62 and touch approach clearance.
He's
Falcon
delayed
25
vectors.
Hotel Juliet, descent level 100.
Stand by level 100, Alpaca, see if I can touch it.
Awesome. Hello George, evening captain, flew into here back in April for holiday, great place, then went to a small line called
All stations, info Charlie Mount.
Pantelari for a few nights on the ATR, very cool. You know, slowest cruise level, depends on the day and your weight, but you don't want to be anywhere near minimum manoeuvre speed. Probably decimal 7.3, 7.4 is as slow as you can go in the cruise, safely.
Table 62, descent level 9.
But PAF should do everything here for us, and we want to.
62.
The key thing, and I teach this during line training, if you're planning a non-precision approach, be it RMP, VOR, NDB, anything where you're using VNAV for descent, get onto PAF as soon as possible, because you need to be on PAF approaching the airport. So do whatever it takes to stay on it, and get in VNAV ASAP. Irish pilot, that's nice. Right, well I don't know if ATC will like this, but I want to start this replay tool, and I've got to remember to log off VATSIM, but in doing so I think it does freeze the PMDG for a short while. Let me have a look here, desktop. Flight control replay for Microsoft Flight Simulator, yes. Sorry about the Windows warnings.
Left 110.
Right, it's connected to the sim. I need to now press this, turn off relive. Okay. Shall I try it? Let's see how long it freezes the sim for. Record. Oh yeah, I need to save it first, hold on. PMDG. Okay, save. Save. Oh, it's frozen. Oh, it's frozen. Come on. Ew. It freezes for such a long. There it goes. I'm now recording for the replay. But it is, once it's recording, it's a great tool. So he wants, hold on. He wants free speed after Exosia. Hold on, I can delete this for him. Go a bit faster for a bit longer.
Palermo radar, good evening, Edelweiss 284 Heavy, passing TU46, descending 170.
Jesus. That guy's shouting.
Alright,
Alright, cool, so I've told him to... Dragon quite, no it's not.
Sorry, say that again, Super 62.
Silver 62, descent level 6.
No, let's just help ATC a little bit with
60,
that freeze.
60.
So on to go. We can't go below 5,000 feet until Exosia, so 1 mile before we can then step down to 2,300 feet.
Roger, information Bravo, expecting RMP
Sorry
0
about the-
parameter 07, Edelweiss 284 Heavy.
Edivice has got his mouth wrapped round the microphone.
Descend 120, Super 6 for now.
Jesus. A stupid sting. 250 below 100 should always be respected unless ATC specifically asks you for high speed. Wow. Look at that.
Direct Exosi and speed 190 knots, Super 622.
Thomas Nogbear, I hope you haven't spoken to you in a long time. 160 till 6, Alpaca 32 Papa Mile. I'll maintain as high a speed as possible.
Thank you.
Okay, 1 mile before, so we can now step down to 2,300 feet. Set, and we'll stay in path. Perfect, so we're going to stay high speed for a little bit longer, although it's decelling for 185 knots or below. Thomas Nogbearer, without watching a video of that, you can certainly, if you can, try and screen record it, and I'll view it on Discord and see what's going on. But could be anything's going on there. Do you get those wild differences on the real radio? No, not at all. Unless someone puts the microphone in their mouth. Right, just help it out with a little bit of speed brakes. We do need...
Descend flight level 80.
Approach checklist then. So, not using any frequencies. We've got the rings in. 10 and 4 idents. There's none for an RMP. Standby set courses. Approach checklist complete. Yeah, VPilot should be able to normalise the volumes. Oh yeah, I should do. There's the airport. It's a fantastic approach. I mean, we should just about see the mountain on the approach. Adrian, hi Cap. Speak, want to fly the 7-3 again. The last 15 hours was on the Fender 300. Very cool.
Santa Fe Zero Alpha, Palermo, radar contact.
Okay, so we're going to help the aircraft out a little bit here. Speed into vents. We've got the speed brake out. Flap 1. Sorry, I didn't have MCP come up. Go straight to flap 5. Got a headwind on final, so that will help us out. Should be max 185 knots here, but 80 knots high speed. Is that light pollution? Yeah, I mean, you can see the light.
180 till 8, 160 till 6.
The sort of atmosphere. Is this approach slightly offset? Just having a look here. Runway QDM 06 4 and approach 061. No, it shouldn't be. There we are. So speed brake flat 5 is a lovely configuration just to help manage the speed. Want to go.
Edelweiss 284 Heavy requesting descent.
These Swiss pilots. Alright, start the speed brake.
Edelweiss 284 Heavy requesting descent.
Perfect. And approaching descent. 1,000 feet.
Descending over 100, Edelweiss 284.
Speed windows open.
Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, established.
AFM, just established now. P Zulu, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike.
Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, 9 miles to run, contact the tower, 119.050, thank you for the
119050, anytime, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. Ciao. Perfect. Alright. Nicely on the approach, flap 5. Cool. Blood mode tower, ciao, it's Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, established on RMP Zulu 07.
2500.
Alpaca 32 Papa Mike, Rising Tower, runway 07, clear to land, wind 070 degrees, 1 for knot.
Runway 07, clear to land, Alpaca 32 Papa Mike. There we are, there's the FAF. 2,300 feet, and no flags matches on Jim's side. Altitude checks, no flags. So then you'd have the approach chart up here. Didn't select it before the approach, would have been helpful. And then you'd be doing your altitude distance cross check. So I could do a quick one for you. Charlie Juliet 512. Oh my god, what are these distances? 3.56 anyway, 1980. On profile, perfect. Checked. Nice headwind on the approach here. Let's start configuring gear down, flap 15, match speed, landing checklist. Star switches, continuous, recool, checked, speed brake arm, green light, landing gear down, 3 green, auto brake is set to 3, holding flaps, speed check, flap 30. VREF plus 8, 6, 7, 8. Flaps we have 30, green light, lights on, clear to land, checklist is complete. Great, look at this, absolutely perfect. So top of the white bar, set the missed approach altitude, 3,000 feet set in approach logic, so it won't level off or anything. And we must disconnect by Charlie Juliet 512 because it's going to go out, require out hold. Let's do it, disconnecting. Magnet's broken. Recycle flight directors. Okay, looking for target thrust around 58% in this gross weight. Checked. Checked.
Minimum.
Continue. Oh, stunning. This sim is just phenomenal. PMDG is phenomenal. Okay. Unfortunately, there's no turbulence at all in this sim. That's the only problem. Perfect. 2 is 2 lights. A little bit left of centre line. Remember, it's a 60 metre wide runway. It's a little off-putting. 500 continue. 3 whites, correcting. Pitch down ever so slightly. Nothing too excessive. No more than what I'm doing now, basically. 1,000. Oh, speed. Perfect.
Limit altitude 622, 8 miles beyond 070.
Checked.
Charles Bieber 622, right tower, runway
Check.
07, continue approach to
Hold
number
the attitude.
07, continue approach from
That'll do. Speed brakes up.
622.
Reverses. Reverses normal.
Studio 62, I can vacate on Bravo if you'd like me to, but the default is Alpha. Would you like me to vacate Bravo or
100
can I
knots.
roll out to Alpha?
Manual braking. 80 knots.
River 622, Bravo is fine.
Manual braking. Trying to make this exit 60
Roger, we
knots.
will vacate Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Palermo. Beautiful. And here's Bravo here. That was a buttery landing. It was a little bit sensitive in the flare, like I was having to make lots of tiny little corrections. Flaps coming up already. Speed brake stowed. Whoa, bring it down to 10 knots for the turn. Oh, look at that. Look at that sunset. Absolutely stunning. Alpaca 3-2, Papa Mike vacated Bravo.
River 622, runway 07, clear to land, wind at 070 degrees, 1 for now.
Perfect.
Studio 62, clear to land, 07.
Is there ground open here?
Alpaca 32, correction, Alpaca 32, Papa Mike, contact ground 121.625, ciao.
121.625, Alpaca 3-2, Papa Mike. Thanks, ATC, bye. He said Alpaca 3 Papa Mike, didn't he? Oh. Hey, listen, his English is better than my Italian. Brilliant. Right, over to ground. Oh, I need to get a radio tuning panel of some sorts. Oh dear. Below ground. Hello, it's Alpaca 3-2 Papa Mike vacated 07 at Bravo.
Alpaca 32, Papa Mike, you can taxi to stand 106, left on Tango and November.
Tango November, stand 106. Alpaca 3-2 Papa Mike. Let's just bring that to a stop there, because I'm not sure where November is. So Tango, November, and then remote stand 106. Perfect. Amazing. I was looking at panels, wasn't sure what was good. Wing, yeah, wing control now. Amazing. I love my MCP from them. Really, really good. Oh, wing control and making tuning panels. Oh, well, I'm sorted. That's what I need. Perfect. Right, clean up. Speed brake is stowed. Flaps are up. Transponder to out off. We'll get GSX on as well. Stand 106, and that's going to be. Ooh, I don't know which apron this is. Tango. November's the next right here. What? Oh, I don't actually know. There's a way of doing it on the map, isn't there? Ooh, GSX getting better. No, I didn't know they had a use airplane stairs. Save some money. Hold on, I'm also trying to navigate here. No, use airport stairs. It's fine. Oh, cool. I didn't realise you could search now. That was really cool. GSX is getting better. It's getting better, isn't it? Start. Landing lights off. Start switches off. That should be on steady already. Probes. And flight directors off. 3,100 on the MCP. Cleaning up. And oh, better start the APU. Putting on the stand. Amazing. PMDG there. 9.9 out of 10. One of the best ever flawless flights I've had on any stream, and I've done how many streams? Hundreds. Really good. Really good. Sim working nicely, put great performance. This was one of the most realistic flights I've had in a very long time. Well, I have a lot of realistic flights, but this was incredibly realistic. It was really realistic.
Facing west, QNH 1016. EC72 with you.
Turn off and taxi lights coming off. Shut down engine 2.
November Tango Sierra, request taxi. November 1 Tango Sierra, taxi to holding point Echo, runway 07 via Juliet Tango, cross runway 20.
Just turn V-pilot down there. And we'll turn the sim up a bit. Butter parking. Oh, I can't teach it. Parking brake set, AP available. 2 blues, 1 red, engine's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Palermo. Beautiful flight. Local time 9:20. Seatbelt signs off. Doors to manual and cross check. Unbelievable. That was a really, really nice experience. Superb experience, you know. No dance. Don't they dance when you get zeros all round? He's going off. Alright. N2 would verify reducing N2 on engine 1 and 2 below 20%. We'll do the transit. Close the flight on New Sky. Open that. AP bleed on. And voice recorder on as well. Nice cool air in the cabin. It's pretty warm here. And then we can request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Perfect. Still there, the engine's spawning down. And we're paid for the airport steps that are being dragged out by the ground staff. I like that. Cool. What do you think, guys? Very, very nice. Nice to do something that wasn't just trialling a new scenery or something else. You know, it's just nice to just jump in the sim and do something which I'm used to. Amazing. Edo, great ATC. Really enjoyed this flight. It was awesome. I didn't hear you though, buddy. I think you may be a little bit behind me en route there. He's walking away thinking show off with the butter parking, probably. Fly water, keeping you humble. Yes, it was lovely. It's a good flight, wasn't it? 321 short. I always have the feeling that the PMDG is lacking the deadband on rotation compared to the Zebo. Yeah, I think it needs a little bit more there. And actually the trim today, I noticed on departure, I was making some large inputs with minimal pitch changes, so I don't know if something's been changed in the background. It needs to be fine-tuned, but yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, Steve, GSX greatly improved, but great to hear that Wing Controller now bringing out radio tuning power, because I desperately need it, because the Logitech one, it's just been abandoned by Logitech, so you have to download loads of third-party software, start things, change configuration files to get it to work, and even then it doesn't work very well. So I wouldn't recommend that. It's still for sale, unfortunately. Someone said I shattered your spine. It was a lovely landing. Well, we'll try the brand new flight replay tool that I've got, the flight control replay app. You can see more of that on my latest shortened Instagram reel. Adrian said, "Hi, Captain. This is making me want to fly to 70." Oh, I saw that. Yes, you've been flying the Phenom 300. Yes, well, look, PMDG is one of the best add-ons out there. It's so good. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Nice little flight from Zurich to Palermo, and everything worked flawlessly. Very, very happy with everything. Cat used my app for the PMDG. Yes, the flames. Valley, New Sky. Oh yes, sorry. Not seen yet how we've scored and fared. I mean, you already know the answer. Hold on, I need to reselect New Sky as it's not picking up for some reason. Doesn't matter, I'll have to share my entire display capture. There you go. 10 out of 10. $12,344 made. A flawless sector. Great touchdown. 242 feet per minute. Acceptable range from the threshold. No floaty. And all the way down there. Look at the train you went over. Great, perfect flight. Straight in. No issues. Fantastic. Right then, well, I was going to wait. Let's see if just wait for it. Oh yeah, 10 out of 10 hours. It's a foregone conclusion. Let's try this replay tool. Right, first things first, I need to make sure I've logged off of VATSIM. Thanks to all the Alpaca Airways pilots that joined me today. There was a number of, I think, members that joined us on the sector. But yes, let's try the flight control replay. So to do that, I still need to abandon the disembarkation process. If I was doing 2 sectors, I wouldn't do this. So let's just restart that here. Where's that Kootle app? So that's GSX rebooted. Turn off this annoying music. Go to the panel states as usual. Still not as easy as it is in X-Plane, but this should be the best replay you've ever seen me do in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Where is it? Menu, FS actions, panel states. Make sure when you update your PMDG that you delete any pre-saved panel states you have, because it's causing issues with WASM crashes, so clear it out and have to do it again from scratch. Let's load the taxi one, execute. Quickly spam the flaps to landing flap. Flap 30. Order brake was 3. Get as much in the right position as possible. And now, going to start the replay tool. So bear with me. I'll turn off the overlay at the top. So it works like the default one. So press that. End recording. It's frozen. It freezes a bit here. Oh. Oh, has it crashed the entire sim? Oh no, I think it's working. There we go, yeah, it's working. I was getting nervous there. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a few issues with the PMDG 737, as you can see, with the replay. I'm hoping they'll be fixed in the future. Let me turn the music down. Right, let me just high speed. Oh my gosh, how do I stop this? Whee! There we go. Right. Oh really? Why is the stick shaking constantly going? Right, I don't think any of that's working. But that doesn't matter because we're only interested in the external view. Where the audio is now perfect. Have a look at this. You'll now hear the engine spool down. Flight control replay. But the engine sounds are all matching what they had. There you go. Turn up the sim. Hopefully when we look outside it'll be smoother as well. So you can hear the engine spool down properly. There you go, which we never had before. Butter landing as well. Oh, that is good. And you get... I think the audio outside is a bit clippy, but it's not. It doesn't work very well the PMDG. It's better than the default one though. The only thing is if you... It's got some camera... Oh yeah, look, it's got a flyby camera, but I'm not sure if I like it or not. No, because it constantly updates, I think. Yeah, a bit annoying. It's not as good as X-Plane's one. There's no sound on the flyby. Anyway, what other cameras does it have? Has a few other tools, but look, for me, just doing a few issues here and there, but it allows me to do a proper replay at least. Proper sounds. Yeah, this is V6 Steam. I'm using the V6 version. Very kindly provided to me by the dev. There we are. At least we can do a nice one from the engine inside now with proper audio. That's the main thing. Right, I've got to do the engine view as well. So let me just pause the replay one more time. Go back a little bit. Let's just see how high we are. I don't think any of the instruments are working, unfortunately. Although it's sort of working. There we are, I'll do it from there. Unfortunately, the cockpit's not great, but the wing view is great. That's what matters. Anyway, thanks for joining the Flight Sim live stream in the PMDG 737 on this VATSIM event between Zurich and Palermo. Great ATC for the sector, and got in again, I think just in time before we got super busy, but we were number one. Nice to get ahead with the higher speed there. Anyway, probably nothing tomorrow, maybe something on my last day. Best thing to do is subscribe, click the bell icon, stay up to date with the latest content. It sounds like one of the passengers doing Morse code as well. Thanks for all your support, members. Thanks for donations today. Look after yourselves all, and I'll see you on another live stream very, very soon. Cheerio!